Pleasure to now welcome on Andrew Perrott, who just signed an AHL contract with the Rockford IceHogs. Andrew, congratulations on signing on the dotted line. First and foremost, though, congrats on becoming newly engaged. You and your new fiance, Gracie. That's got to be really exciting for you guys.
Yeah, uh I can't really describe the feeling. I was nervous to do it and she was so happy. It was something I kind of didn't really keep a good secret of, so she kind of knew it was coming, not really when, but at some point. I've been planning on it for a while, so we couldn't be more excited for it.
So, were you more nervous for your first AHL game or your first pro game, or more nervous to ask Gracie to marry you?
Probably to ask Gracie to marry me, I would say. I uh I felt pretty good my first pro game compared to that. I was jumbling my words when I was asking her to marry me and everything, so I definitely felt more nervous during that.
Well, we saw the pictures. It looked like you had a nice setup going. Had some balloons going, a really pretty setting on the bridge there. It looked like you put some thought into it.
Yeah, there was a little bit of thought into it. We got dogs here where we live, so I used the dogs and I put bandanas on both of them, and they said like, "Will you marry me?" And then I had the ring hanging from one of them in a box, so they like came up to us, and that's how it all happened, really.
That's awesome. That's creative. Well, that's exciting news for you right there. But what's also exciting is that you're signing with the Ice Hogs and coming back for another year. How cool was that to sign with a team that you had played with before, and that clearly wants you back and sees value in you?
It's really exciting. I couldn't be happier to be back with Rockford and get back to the season. Honestly, I miss it already. I miss the guys. I miss the coaches. I miss everything. So I couldn't be more excited to be back in Rockford. I think we got a really good core group, I think, coming back and everything. So it should be an exciting time next year.
Last season, what did you learn about yourself in your first full pro year, playing a lot with Indy and playing a lot of big minutes with the Fuel, but also coming up and filling a big void with the Ice Hogs there for a couple weeks when there were lots of injuries on the back end, lots of call ups, and that gave you an opportunity to step in and show what you've got at the AHL level.
Yeah, I think I learned about myself the most that I can play in the American Hockey League and that I can be a full-time American League defenseman. I felt really confident in my play and how I played when I got called up, and I thought I did a pretty good job of filling a role in a position in a time where we had some injuries and guys were up and down between the Hawks and the Ice Hogs. So I was really happy with how I played, and I just couldn't be happier to kind of get back and kind of establish myself a little bit more than I did last year, being more down in Indy than I was up in Rockford, I'd say last year. So I'm really looking forward to the opportunity and challenge to take that next step in my professional career.
With that time down in Indy, how do you think that's going to play into your development? And were you happy that you were able to spend time in Indy before jumping up to the AHL?
Yeah, the coaching staff down in Indy, Kevin Warren, Duncan Dalmeo did a great job of kind of easing me into pro. And as I was gaining more and more confidence down there, they kept giving me more and more. So they were definitely really good in that sense in preparing me for the pro level and making sure that it wasn't really handed to me. I would say being on an American League contract down in Indy, they definitely made me work for it, which I like, and I think it benefited me in the long run for sure as a player and as a person. So I think it was very beneficial for me getting called up to Rockford, getting my feet under me for sure.
You felt like you've had to earn your way up. Is that what it feels like then?
Yeah, I don't think anything was handed to me, and I appreciate that more because throughout my career I haven't really had, I would say, anything handed to me. So getting down to Indy and kind of just being a young rookie and everything, even though I was on an American League deal down there, like power play, special teams, things weren't just given to me because of my status coming down there. I started from not the bottom, but I started kind of at the bottom, had to work my way up and earn everything that I got down there. And I appreciated that they had that plan for me coming down there, and it just made me a better player and a better person.
Well, chapter one is in the books, one pro season behind you now. What's this off season going to look like? Is it going to change compared to what last summer was like for you?
Not really. I had a really good off season last year. I was really happy with how I progressed throughout the off season, weight wise, speed wise, and training wise on the ice. So kind of just keep the same plan, stick with the same coaches and same workouts that I had last year and the same people I'm working with.
I know you were saying you were missing it. Are you already getting back on the ice and stuff like that, or are you trying to stay away from it and recover a little bit?
Yeah, I just started skating this past week. Uh, so I'm looking forward to it. And that first ice session this last week definitely made me miss the atmosphere and Rockford and Indy and kind of just being around all the guys day to day and stuff and that lifestyle.
When you do get a few weeks away from the ice, what's it feel like when you dust off the steel and get back out there?
It feels like you're walking on ice. Like it feels like you're gonna toe pick every time you go to take a stride. It's the first skate's always the hardest. You have like shin splints because you've only been walking for like the last 2 weeks, however many weeks you take off. So it's a weird feeling getting back in the skates after a couple weeks off.
So, what about outside of hockey? Are you doing anything fun? Any vacations coming up this summer?
Yeah, me personally, I've been golfing a lot. Uh, I got Kale Howarth and Cam Hillis got me. We call it the golf itch. They got me going on the golf itch this summer. So I'm definitely trying to craft my game because Howarth is really good. So I want to get back next year. Hopefully, I get to see him next year if he resigns. But he's really good. I'm trying to get to where he's at. It's gonna take me a couple years though, for sure.
Yeah,
But I have a
we had
I,
heard he was the stick of the team. What's the best part of your golf game, and what's the worst part of your golf game?
uh, gosh, that's hard. The best part of my golf game's got to be like to my pitching wedge to 7 iron probably, and then the worst part of my game is probably like around the green, like chipping and stuff. Like when you're just like barely off the green and stuff, like stopping it. Like I don't know how to put any spin on my ball or how it shoots out and stuff. Like Howie is really good at that and knows how to do all that stuff. So I'm trying to learn.
Well, you don't need to worry about that kind of stuff if you just stick your approach shot, right?
Well, yeah, that's why the it's like hit or miss. The best part is like my approach shot with if depending on the yardage. But if I do miss it, then I'm in big trouble because then I can't chip it on.
It's feast or famine. I think there might be someone else in this interview that plays the same type of way. But looking ahead to next year, with you having signed for this upcoming season, is it too early to set goals for yourself? Have you thought about that at all, or are you just kind of still in off season training mode right now?
I'm in off season training mode, but I do have goals for myself. Like at the end of the year, I even if I knew I wasn't coming back to Rockford, I just had personal goals for myself as a professional hockey player. And for me, I really want to establish myself as a full time American leaguer if I can next year. And I know through my play that I can do that. And if I come out really good, really early, and if I have a good off season and I get off to the right foot, and I know I'm capable of it with my ability. So I kind of just have to make sure I'm doing the right things daily and just coming off to a good start when I get back to Rockford.
Well, Andrew, we're excited to have you back here in the state line area as well. For you and Gracie, you guys have a date yet?
No, we do not.
Okay, you still got plenty of things to figure out. Then that should keep you
Yeah.
plenty busy here in the coming months. But congratulations on the engagement again. Congratulations on signing for this season with the IceHogs, and we look forward